Hello everyone, once again it's the WoW Collector here, and our second run of Wailing Caverns. This time is a little bit different. One of our guildmates wanted to try to learn to tank, so we got in Discord and decided to help him out a little bit. He usually heals, just kind of getting back into the game. Played a warrior a long time ago, but never really tanked, and it's kind of a trend I've noticed in our casual guild is a lot of people haven't really tanked. Um, they might do a dungeon or two, but generally speaking, most people roll DPS. Some roll heals, but for the most part, it's not very many tanks. So, kind of helping them out a little bit and showing them a couple pulls, things like that. I had a really nice healer who did pretty well. They were kind of down on themselves, but they were willing to help us out and let us dual tank. And I told them, hey, if I die, it's okay. Uh, I know that we're dual tanking things, so if you can just focus on our paladin tank, that would be great. Didn't really want to burden somebody with trying to keep two tanks alive if they didn't really sign up for that. So felt that was okay. But no, they did great. Nobody died. Had two mages from our guild that were busy blowing things up. It was good times to be had by all. Um, Once again, we're sitting right now at 29.41% Wailing Caverns. I was hoping to get some drops, but we'll see what happens. At this point, I was busy walking through our tank, how to tank. And obviously it was a missed pull here. Should have got the Deviate Ravager before we engage these two. But hey, it's cool. It's how you learn. Um, for me, tanking, I've always just enjoyed tanking because it's not really so much the control aspect. And here we should have interrupted the Druid of the Fang. He kept this fight going way too long. But tanking for me has been great because I enjoy the team aspect. I hate healing because I focus so much on keeping everybody at 100%, and I totally miss that I should heal myself, and that kind of leads to bad things when the healer dies. So I always enjoyed tanking, and for a few things. Number one, I like being part of a team. I like supporting people, so I like making the healer's job easy by using my cooldowns and not pulling too many ads. I don't try to go too fast, but I try to move things along as quick as I can. All my pulls start out the same. Um, I do not use my taunt unless I have to. Try to avoid using that. It's more like a get out of jail free card rather than my main ability. Um, so any big pulls, I automatically pop a defensive cooldown just to kind of keep damage mitigated at a consistent rate. Um, on my Druid bar, you'll see a few talents, and I'm going to walk into this in more depth, but basically the big idea is I like Moonfire a lot as a Druid tank. I just dot everything with it. Um, and I try to hit things prior to the DPS getting there. It kind of helps build that aggro. So like I said, I always pull things ranged. I want things to come to me. I don't want to have to run around a bunch of things. If I can get the mobs to run to me, that means I can position them in a certain corner, which avoids us taking damage and all of those style things. Um, so I always start with a ranged attack, and on this druid, we do have a damage over time ability and an AoE. That's on my 1 and 2 bars. At my 5 is my defensive cooldown. So right here I just hit him with the 1, hit him with the 3, which is my Moonfire, bring him in and hit this guy. Now Druid of the Fang is a ranged attack, and I also pull the other Deviate Adder. My thought is if they're going to get pulled anyways, I might as well pull and group them up. And from here I just try to AoE as much as I can, and if anything looks like it pulls aggro away, then I'll do that. The other thing I try to do is anything that has ranged abilities, I try to face them away from the group. So up here, I'm trying to see if I can't remember if I pull this one or not. Let's see. And I'll walk through more. One of our mages pulled, so I started letting our tank start hitting more things, and I was more just in a DPS role because my damage was pretty decent to start. Hit level 23, excited about that. Here is the first boss kill. This is Lord Pythas, or sorry, this second one. We already killed the first one. Yeah, and see right there, I think our tank is taunting. You want to taunt when you need it to pull aggro off. If as a tank you hit things first, usually okay. Consecration for Paladin with Avenger Shield usually does everything you need. Um, but I'm gonna level my Pally as well. So right here, if I was tanking, I would put the boss directly on me. That way he's not facing anybody. To do that, you simply run into them and keep going. It forces them to turn around. Then you just switch with your mouse, use your right click and turn. That way you face them. Since I was working on helping my guildie tank, I started messing around just taunting and trying to keep aggro on myself, trying to get him to learn how to pull it off of things. He did pretty well. It's not too bad, especially at this level, but, it's a start. I did finally get the Armor of the Fang. I was pretty happy about that. Brought my total up to 35.29. Pretty solid amount. And what I'll do now is let's see. Since I'm going to do a tanking video, I don't think I'm going to show every single pull here. But we'll clear out these pythons and then we'll go from there. So on this pull right here, the Deviate Adder is on the right. And then we have 2 Druids of the Fang. Now what he should have done was, see where I'm standing? If you would have run straight to this right Druid of the Fang, you could have engaged aggro here and then pulled forward to this next one. By running to the left one, it leaves your DPS in the back of the group to take damage, because as he engaged the left one, the right one was already ready to attack and had pulled a little bit of aggro. It's just those little things where you want to be the first person to touch the enemies just to kind of keep things moving in your general direction and keep things focused on you, because that ultimately is the goal. Keep the attacks focused on you so your damage can kill things quicker. So now we're at Lord Cobrahn or Cobrahn. Not too sure. Another boss. I'm trying to see what I wish. That's one thing about not soloing these, is it is hard to remember when in fight to scroll down and see what I actually have to get from this boss, but we'll see. All the things showing me, looks like I don't need anything really, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, the one item that drops from him I already got, so we're cool here. Just get that experience and keep moving on. I am getting that copper mine as well, just trying to do my best to get experience. So we're coming up on the next boss here in a second. I don't think he drops anything for druids. I do know he has a really cool shield for plate tanks, but nothing really for the druid. This place is long. I know some people have said they're surprised it wasn't made into a heroic, but with the length of this dungeon, I mean, it would take some time. Here we are at the turtle again, and I wanted to let our tank pull, just kind of let him dictate fights rather than rushing through and having him catch up. So we're on Kresh again, and I don't think, let me see, I don't feel like he dropped anything for me or had the opportunity to see. Right there, I'm still pulling aggro off of him, so I wanted him to kind of get better at that. So we did kill him pretty fast, so our mages were doing a lot of damage. Made this lengthy dungeon at least a little bit more tolerable. Alright, so we're going to move on to Skum. He's just around the corner up here. Again, not to empty my bags. I need to remember to get better bags. I've been at cheap, really cheap in terms of what I've been purchasing in game. Trying to save for that amazing mount, the $5 million Brontosaur. Don't really have much need for auction house mount, but it's a Brontosaurus. I mean, that's pretty sweet. So, just waiting for him to pull Skum here. And here we go. I'm trying to think, do I need anything from him? Yeah, I do need 2 things actually. It's a dagger, and I want to say it's a cloak. Maybe bracers, we'll see. So, yeah, I mean, let's see how we do here. And he always runs away, and I don't understand that at all. Let's see, do I get anything? Oh, I do get the cloak. Nice. Now I just need the dagger from him, and he'll be set. That's good. I feel like I'm really eliminating some of the mogs I do need to get. So I think that's been a great thing. Um, so skipped ahead a little bit. This is one of the last pulls, Lord Serpentis. Next we get the boss just to the left, but I figured I'd show this kind of in its entirety. I do like how he pulled this part, and he kind of went to engage the little deviate venom wing. Um, so I mean, he's learning, and that's just really the goal as a tank, is really just hit everything first, and kind of figure it out as it goes. Be adaptable. Let people make you better. So we're trying to knock out this Druid of the Fang. I'm sorry, I don't have any interrupts yet. It's pretty annoying. So I'm hoping we can knock him out before he casts another heal. The fact that he went snake, I don't think he's gonna heal again, but you know, we'll see. Obviously we got him killed, and man, he put me to sleep instantaneously. I don't think I need any mogs from him, which is good. We're sitting at 41.17. Need 10 more items in here, and I'm done. I think one of those things is a deviate hatchling, however, so I mean, take that with a grain of salt. It might be really hard to grab that pet. Did grab the boots. I thought I already had them though. Yeah, I already had them. That's why that percentage didn't change. I thought for a second they might, but yeah. So we're at Verdan the Everliving. He's the second to last boss. Um, just kind of taking him down, see if we get anything. I do need 2 items from him: the Living Rod and Cred. I'm gonna start leaving my mouse. Oh, there we go. Living Root and the Sport Cape. Dang, I need to do a better job of seeing that. The Sporid Cape, excuse me. So all things sometimes takes a second to load, so that might have been what's going on here, but all in all, I mean, pretty much just a decent take and spank. Alright, so let's kind of fast forward this to the next part. It's a long walk in between here after we jump. So yes, we did skip the escort quest again. Not really much drops from there. And the guy just takes forever just to get going, so I felt like we don't really need to watch it, just kind of skip through that part. In Dreamer's Rock for the last boss. I'm trying to think, what do I need from him? We're currently sitting at 41.7%. I was thinking about with these videos is the main idea is just to show what gear drops. In terms of tanking them or the lore, things like that, I'm going to include some videos. I think it'll be kind of cool once I complete a dungeon or a raid with a particular class. I think I'll do like more like a dedication video where I really show everything, kind of walk through abilities, and just kind of include more of the history as well. I think that sounds fun. WoW's a really diverse game with a lot of options. And as more expansions come, we get more opportunities to collect things and go through things. And I was reading some things on Legion and just realized how much I truly missed. How many pets I didn't collect, how many quests I didn't do, and just there's a lot there. I look forward to completing those things and getting the channel up and running and just providing more things to do. I'm kind of excited about that. So we're just pretty much letting my paladin tank everything. Do my best to moonfire everything as soon as I get in range, but for the most part, I mean, it's really hard to die in these things. I mean, unless you pull egregious amounts or, you know, your healer just simply isn't healing you. It's pretty difficult to die. So let's see what we get here. Once again, want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel. Do appreciate it. Looking at doing even more content. I'm still fine-tuning how I want the videos to look and those things, and I might do a UI setup in the future. I have a lot of content planned already, so kind of working through those things. This week I should be able to upload a lot of stuff, just because I've kind of finagled how I want thumbnails, and the logistics behind the channel are kind of more in stone, so now I can focus on doing more content. I'm excited about that. want to thank everybody for tuning into the WoW Collector. Appreciate the subscriptions and any comments you can leave. Just feedback would be great. Yeah, there's me on my phone. I'm asleep in game and at my desk as well. Kind of great coinciding right there. Let's see if I get anything. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff I'm gonna vendor. I did hit level 24. I'm excited about that. Dungeons have been. It's about a level and a half per dungeon. It's been kind of nice. Um, Once again, thank everybody for watching. If there's anything you'd like me to run, please feel free to let me know. Thanks, happy collecting, and take care.